Now let's look at example number 3. We have x plus 30 all raised to the 1/2 power and then an x on the other side. Now notice that we already have the thing that's raised to the exponent isolated on one side. We don't have anything multiplied out here, added or subtracted at the back. So we're ready to go ahead and get rid of the exponent by taking the reciprocal. So let's go ahead and bracket this off. And in order to get rid of a 1/2, I went to multiply by a 2 over 1, or just a 2. So this will cancel, leaving me with just x plus 30 on this side and an x squared on the other side. Now notice that we have a squared. That means we're going to have to solve a quadratic. But let's go ahead and continue moving things around. If we're solving a quadratic, we want a 0 on one side. So I'm going to subtract x and subtract 30 from both sides in order to get that 0. So I'll have 0 is equal to x squared minus x minus 30. And so I'm ready to go ahead and fill in my x puzzle with a negative 30. Remember that it's a, which is just a 1, times c, which is negative 30, and then I'll have a negative 1 here. So I'm looking for factors of negative 30. They need to add to be a negative number, so I know that my negative is my bigger number. So I'll say 1, negative 30, 2, negative 15, 3, negative 10, 4 won't divide evenly, but 5 will, 5 and negative 6. The set of factors that's going to work is the 5 and negative 6, because that will give me a negative 1 whenever I add. So negative 6 and a positive 5. And now I'm ready to go ahead and insert those into my box. Negative 6x, 5x, and I can finish the box with x squared and a minus 30. Now I just do greatest common factor. X squared and 5x have an x in common. Negative 6 and negative 30 have a negative 6 in common. Remember that you always take the sign of the box you're writing right next to. X squared and negative 6 will be an x, and then 5 and negative 30 will be a 5. So I can go ahead and rewrite this as x minus 6 and x plus 5 is equal to 0. Now I need to solve each of these algebra equations. X minus 6 equals 0, x plus 5 equals 0. If I add 6 to both sides here, that's going to give me x is equal to 6. And if I subtract 5, that will give me x is equal to negative 5. Remember that we don't box these yet because we need to check our answers and see if we have extraneous solutions. So let's do that next. I'm going to plug into my very original equation, and I'm going to put a 6 everywhere that I see x. That's going to give me 6 plus 30 to the 1/2 power is equal to 6, which is 36 to the 1/2 power. And 36 to the 1/2 power, you can put that in your calculator or know that a 1/2 is the same as a square root. The square root of 36 is 6. So 6 is equal to 6. That means that we can box this answer. Let's do the same thing now with a negative 5. Negative 5 plus 30 to the 1/2 power is equal to negative 5. This will be 25 to the 1/2 power is equal to negative 5. Well, the square root, or the 1/2 power of 25, is a positive 5, and this is giving me a negative 5, so this is no good. And we need to strike this solution out. It is extraneous.